Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have Megalith in the NEGATES post-star block dragon ban. I'm sorry I haven't been posting any videos recently, it's due to like circumstances. But this deck, it's super consistent. All you need is just to spam level 4s and then you're very easily able to do lots of good stuff. So for our combo, we need Manju or Senju, one or the other is perfectly fine, or Ophiel, Hagrid, or Chow Slime. This can be either Hagrid or Ophiel. When we normal summon Manju, we're going to search Chow Slime. If we already have the Chow Slime, we search Hagrid usually, because that's the more efficient one. But I'll be showing you the combo right here. Start with normal summon of Manju, we'll use its effect. In order to search Chow Slime, as I said, if you already have Chow Slime in hand, you'll search something else. And then you will use the effect of your Chow Slime, which will discard any random card in your hand, doesn't matter, in order to summon out Candle. Candle will use its effect in order to search a copy of Incantation Inception. And then we will activate the Inception, which will go ahead and ritual summon the Hagrid from our hand. And now, if you have the Ophiel, you're going to search Phul and then use Ophiel's second effect to summon the Phul. Since we have the Hagrid, we're going to search Unformed instead and use the Unformed to tribute Hagrid and then summon the Phul that way. Megalith is just super consistent. As long as you're able to resolve either the effect of Hagrid or Ophiel, you practically win. So we're going to go ahead and summon out the Phul. We're going to activate the effect of Phul, which will recover Hagrid. And then we will use Phul's second effect, which will tribute off the Chow Slime in order to summon a copy of Ophiel from our deck. As I said, if you opened Ophiel, you want to summon Hagrid instead. We're just going to use Ophiel's effect to tribute some ritual summon Hagrid just to get another ritual monster in the graveyard for later. We're going to go ahead and use the effect of Ophiel. Ophiel will go ahead ritual summon our Hagrid. And then we'll go ahead and use Hagrid's effect in order to not search Unformed, but actually we're going to search a portal this time. Now we will activate the portal, and now we'll use the second effect of Hagrid to ritual summon another one from our hand. We'll use the effect of Hagrid's Chainlink 1, Portal's Chainlink 2. We always want to use, you almost always use Megalith, Portal at Chainlink 2. We're going to use Portal to recover Chow Slime. The reason we're doing that will become apparent in a moment. But we are going to be searching a copy of Megalith Unformed. We will activate the graveyard effect of Incantation Inception, which will send a Chow Slime from our hand to the graveyard in order to not only recover the Inception, but also summon an Incantation from our deck. So we'll be summoning a Talismandra. I'll use Talismandra's effect in order to search a copy of Ophiel. And then we're going to ritual summon the Ophiel since Incantation Inception is not a once per turn. Its graveyard effect is a once per turn, but its effect to ritual summon is not. Next, we will activate the effect of Ophiel. Search any level 8. And the level 8 doesn't matter too much what we search. I will just maybe search maybe just a bethor, because why not? We're just gonna tribute it off Unformed and almost never see it again. So we'll do that. You're just spamming the board with level 4s, as you can see. We'll be summoning a Hagrid right now. And off our Hagrid, we're actually going to be searching, this is our last Hagrid activation, we're going to be searching Megalith Emergence. This card is very important because it is able to set up a bethor on your opponent's turn, basically for free, as long as you have Chow Slime and Phul in your graveyard. Next, we'll go into a Forstrix. Use the effect of our Forstrix. Now we're going into the more NEGATE Winged Beast side. I'm running a Raid Raptor engine. I know it's a lot more bricky, but it requires so little resources to use, even though it does add more bricks. And plus, regardless, the deck can make use of the bricks you draw. Well, not all the bricks, really, just your Zephyros the Elite that you draw, since it is just better if you draw it. So, right here, this is our setup. We're going to go ahead, overlay into a second Forstrix, and then we'll use the effect of this Forstrix. It doesn't matter what you detach, you can detach Zephyros now if you want, but either way, if you don't detach Zephyros, you can just link off the Forstrix. We're going to be searching for the Spear. And then we'll use the Zephyros effect. Actually first we'll use White Strix, it's mandatory in order to get a Soul Shade Force on field. We'll use the effect of Zephyros, which will bounce back the field spell, so we don't really lose any real advantage there. We'll summon it, we'll special summon the Bora from our hand. And then we'll use White Strix and the Haggett in order to go into a Smorg Bird of Sovereignty. We'll use the effect of our Soul Shade Force in order to summon back the Force Strix, and that's just another really good way to go into Cyber Dragon Infinity, which is just another negate, which shouldn't help a ton if your opponent's using Chain Link or higher things, because Infinity Gates doesn't really work that well on those. We're going to go ahead and link 2 monsters into Unicarrier. We'll go into the IP Masquerena right now. We use the effect of Unicarrier. We'll equip a Miss Valley Thunderbird to our Apex Avion. We'll set the emergence, activate portal, and we'll proceed to end phase. During end phase, we'll use the effect of Smorg Bird Sovereignty, which allows us to summon a Wing Beast from our deck. We'll be summoning Miss Valley Apex Avion, and right here we have a setup for infinite negates. In case you don't know how it works, as soon as your opponent activates a card effect, you're going to activate Avion, bounce back Thunderbird to negate it instantly, and if our opponent summons a monster and tries to attack over the Thunderbird while it is on the field, you can just activate the effect of IP Masquerena, which will summon Avermax from our extra deck by using it as a Unicarrier. So our opponent has to attack this. If our opponent activates another card, you can activate Avion again, bounce back Thunderbird, negate it, Thunderbird will summon itself again, and that is an infinite loop right there. Next we will activate, always Chain is really janky. We'll go ahead and activate the Megalith Emergence in case our opponent uses Dark Ruler more, Forbidden Droplets, any of that. You guys say it ruins my board, I think not. We're going to be summoning the Megalith Phul from our graveyard. And then we will use the effect of Portal. Portal will recover the Chalice Slime from the graveyard. It's important to recover Chalice Slime specifically since it is a level 7. During the end of the main phase again, say they use Dark Ruler no more or something and you have to set Emergence, you're still able to use the effect of Phul, and Phul will be summoning a copy of Bethor from your deck. And we have a lot of rituals in our graveyard for Bethor, because when it's ritual summon, you can destroy cards on field up to the number of ritual monsters you have in the graveyard. So right here, let's count the amount of rituals we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 6. You usually have 6. Sometimes you even get to like 7 or 8. And that is kind of the deck. It's just an absolutely insane board. It's realistically the exact same board as last time, except you generate a lot less advantage since you're not using Block Dragon, but it is still just an absolutely insane board. Infinite Gates plus an extra negate plus even through Dark Ruler no more, Forbidden Droplets, Kaiju, Sphere Mode, any of that, Bethor pop 6. It's basically Negalogia a Zeus except once per turn. It's just a really, really crazy deck, and you should definitely try it out because I'm going to be showing you the deck profile right here. Right here we have the deck. I'll go in depth on it. Starting off with our Megalith engine 1 Phalanx, 2 Rakron, 2 Bethor. I think running 5 of the big ones is just good enough. In a 44 card deck, you are pretty good. You do have a pretty good chance at drawing it. And next up we run the big ones just ritual summon the little ones. They're ritual spells and ritual monsters in one. Going over them, Phalanx is super good in terms of being able to ODK, but since it's more going first set, just running 1 copy of it. Rakron is able to ritual summon during your opponent's turn, and it also provides a little bit of protection to your ritual monsters, I believe, or protects literally every card that you control from targeted effects. And Rakron is just pretty decent. If you have Bethor in hand, you're able to ritual summon it during your opponent's turn, which is pretty neat. 2 copies of Bethor. Bethor is a really good card. It's able to just blow up your opponent's entire field, especially on a quick effect. If you have cards like Rakron, Phul, Unformed, any of that, you're able to summon Bethor on your opponent's turn and pop 5 to 7 cards. Next we run triple Ophiel, triple Haggard. You burn through tons of copies of them. You definitely do need to run all 3 of each one. They're not once per turn searches. This one searches monsters, this one searches spell or trap. And both the monsters and spell trap, that's really stupid crazy. So triple of them, you can't really argue with that. Triple copy. Phul is able to not only recover your ritual monsters, it's also able to on a quick effect ritual summon Megalith monsters from your deck by tributing any form of monsters. It doesn't have to even double the level like Unformed. You're able to tribute a level 8, summon a level 8 for free. Phul, it came in the Rise of Duelists. It's one of the main reasons why it was kind of a rogue meta deck for a while and saw play. But Phul is just another absolute powerhouse of the card. Next, triple copy of Unformed. It's a not once per turn ritual summon from the deck. Like, it's a not once per turn ritual summon from the deck. How can you not run any less than 3? One copy of Portal. We only really run one because you're gonna search it off Haggard. Apart from being like, you're only really searching it off Haggard because it doesn't really do anything else on its own. It requires other cards to do things for it. So just one copy of it. One copy of Re-emergence. It's not that great of a card by itself, but if with enough graveyard setup, as you saw with that combo, is able to just summon bethor for free. The one next we run the incantation engine. One copy of Talismandra, one copy of Candle, one copy of Pencil Plume, triple copies of Child Slime, one copy of Inception. Talismandra, it searches monsters. Candle searches Inception. Pencil Plume is able to recover monsters, and Child Slime is able to summon any one of them. And Inception is its graveyard effect literally reads ritual summon any Megalith from your deck. Like, that is literally what it reads. You discard any incantation, you summon Talismandra, recover, Talismandra searches, and then you can just instantly summon the card you search, which is just absolutely insane. Child Slime is another really important card since it is able to search either summon Candle. Candle is able to search Inception, which, as I said, reads ritual summon one from your deck for free, which is just stupid. Next, generic ritual support, 2 copies of Senju, triple copies of Manju. If you want, you can bump up Senju to 3. I'm just running at 2 for now because I feel that 2 is the better number. What Manju and Senju do, they search ritual monsters from your deck. You're usually not going to be searching Incantation, Inception, let's be real, off Manju, but you're able to search any of your monsters, which just increases your consistency so much. Triple copies of Pre-Prep of Brights. Pre-Prep of Brights once again searches any of your ritual monsters, so you have 8 consistency cards, 8 copies of Stratos. Like, that's just absolutely insane. Next, for our Brick engine, the 1 copy of Avion and Thunderbird for instant negates, the 1 copy of Stinking Lanius, just for your combo, 2 copies of Bora's Sphere. Even though you only use 1 combo, running 2 is generally good, so that in case you do not draw Manju or Senju specifically, in case you only draw Haggard and the Child Slime, if you do have the extra copy of Bora's Spear, or you open a Singing Ladies, if you open any one of these 3 cards, you're still able to combo off, so that's even more consistency if the deck wasn't consistent enough. 1 copy of Zapdos. In most Internet decks that use the Raid Raptor engine, this is a Garnet, but in this deck it's not a Garnet because you can just tribute it off Phul. It's a deck that can make use of Zephyros the Elite, which is why I like it a lot. So 1 copy of him. 1 copy of Soulshade Force to summon Cyber Dragon Infinity. Triple copies of Nibiru. The reason why I chose Nibiru specifically is because it is a monster which can be tributed for Phul in order to summon anything from your deck as the highest level hand trap, so I do run it for that reason, so that you can just use it as ritual fodder. For extra deck, we run Mekaba, Herald, and Nova. All of these cards are just for the they're just for the Dogmatica matchup really, since the extra deck is pretty loose. Herald is able to just search any of your cards beforehand, and Mekaba Nova just sets up a negate for your first turn, which is just super good. It makes it a lot harder for your opponent to play. The 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Infinity, you're able to incorporate it into your end board as an extra negate. On top of that, it's able to absorb your opponent's monsters, which is really strong. 1 copy of Gallant Granite, in case you're able to make Gallant Granite and you're running low on resources, it's a good idea to make this. and in case you have an unformed or an empty either an Ophiel or a Haggard and you have no way to summon it, you're able to use Gallant Granite in order to search like a level 8 in order to make use of those cards, which is really strong. So 1 copy of him for sure. The 2 copies of Raindrop for 4 Strix, you use it, burn through both of them in the combo, so we're running 2 of that. 1 copy of Midnight Crusader Abramax. Abramax is an attack magnet that's really good in ODKing too. So he's also really difficult to out too. He's practically a Dragoon. If you're able to summon it using IP Masquerade as material. 1 copy of Access Kotaker just ends games out of nowhere. 1 copy of Small Bird of Sovereignty in order to summon Apex Avian. The 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn Phoenix, just generic spot removal. 1 copy of Wise Strix to summon Zapdos from your deck. 1 copy of Unicarrier to get Thunderbird on the field for your into negates, and finally the 1 copy of IP Masquerade to make Night Crusader Avermax. This is because Unicarrier cannot be used as link material the turn it's link summoned. So that is the deck. It's really consistent and you should definitely try it out. It's super fun to play too, and I really like it a ton. Do leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell as it really does help the channel, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.